Hey, my lovely Sagittariuses, we're going to do your end of year reading. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Your energy is much appreciated. And don't forget to give this reading a like, guys, if you do resonate, if you do stay to the end. Let's jump straight into it. Divine Angel Spirit Guides, messages for my Sagittarius, please. So although this message is intended for the end of the year, guys, generally all readings on this channel are timeless. So if you are watching this at a different time and it resonates, that is also fine. Also feel free to check out your sun, moon and rising signs, guys, as well as check out your playlist on the channel. And if there are any titles of readings that resonate with you, no matter when it's posted, feel free to check those out also. Okay, Sagittarius on the move. All right. So, the last two seasons of this year, Sagittarius season, your season, and Capricorn season. So, as well, happy birthday to all my Saggies. I hope you guys have a great one. Happy belated, also. And yes, I see that you guys, you could have been on the move quite a bit. Or if not so much on the move, then maybe just very busy. But I feel like you've been trying to get organized or get some things in order more so. Yeah, I feel like you've been trying to get things in order. Yeah, like you're very clear on something that you're striving for. And I see that it's like eyes on the prize, you know, you see the vision and you have the desire to go after it. Okay, if some of you guys are still trying to make a decision about whether or not you should act upon a desire that you have, then I'm getting a strong yes energy. Okay, there's something that you have a strong desire on, and if you haven't already made a move towards this, okay, I feel like you are being led in that direction, because there's something about how you ideally see things, how you'd like things to be, something about the near future and like, you know, the next few years. I just feel like at this time you could be thinking about, you know, the end of the year, and people start thinking about, you know, how they want, you know, the next few years to look and all that stuff. I see you in that mind space, and there's something that you want to go after, and there's a clear yes energy here. Okay. What else? Now, there's also a particular person that you might be messaging, or you might get a text message from somebody. Now, this could be someone you're dating, or someone you're interested in, or someone that you're pursuing, or someone that's pursuing you. Or if it's not like a love interest, then it could just be like a friend or someone that you feel like you share some sort of desire with, or some sort of similarity with, where you just feel like there's a desire for communication here, or some sort of mutual desire for communication. But ultimately, I'm seeing whoever you're wanting to communicate with, there is a desire to do things right, or there's something here about doing things right, reciprocation, having things in order. There could also be something that you want to go after now, maybe you're clear on, but you feel like you need to kind of assess your decisions first to make sure that things are in order before you just kind of go after something. But I don't feel like this is going to be like a long process. It looks more like a moment of clarity, thinking on something, getting clear, and then making the decision. Okay. What else do we get for Sagittarius, please? Okay. Okay, so I can see that it looks like there's a lack of clarity that you have about something, and this could have caused you a sense of frustration. It's connected to something to do with the past, or if it's not a lack of clarity on something that you have, then maybe there's someone else that you feel like has a lack of clarity on something to do with you. Okay, take it how it resonates, vice versa. And I feel like this is something that you've been dealing with in your solitude. Okay. And for some of you guys, maybe there was something personal that you were dealing with, something more personal. Um, it looks like there's something to do with frustration around something that's happened. Let me clarify this. Okay, so it's definitely something that you can get understanding on. Okay, so if you're lacking clarity now, it's something that I see that you can get understanding on, that's gonna sort of ease whatever worry or concern or anxiety you may have felt. Also, if it had something to do with communication between you and somebody, okay, then it looks like there's someone that you'll be seeing eye to eye with. Okay, so whether it's a situation where there was a lot of different people involved and there was just some sort of like feeling about some sort of specific conversation, communication, or lack of, I see that there's someone in the situation that you're going to find a sense of peace, resolve with, or good reciprocation with, or someone that you feel like they're doing something fair. Okay, you might choose somebody, someone might choose you. But it's almost like you may have just been aware of something of the past, but it's like you're looking at the past and you're trying to get clear on something so you can make the right decision about the future. But there's like a, yeah, if there was like a missing piece that you needed clarity on in order to make some sort of choice. For some of you guys, there could be a realization to do with like some other people here. What is this? Hold on. Okay, so there could be two individuals at minimum or more, and there's some sort of like situation that I feel like didn't feel completely at ease for you about it. But these are the people look like they could be in some sort of there's something between them, whether it's something mutual or it could be a connection or something that was reciprocated. Let me have a look here. Page of Cups. Okay. So either way, it looks like there's two different things, okay? It's either there's a situation where it's like there's two people or more and you're feeling something in your own solitude in regards to a lack of clarity around something to do with these other people, or the situation where there's someone that you lack clarity on something between you and them, but there's going to be some sort of an understanding and you're going to feel good about the communication. But either way, whatever it is that you were feeling like about, something's being corrected, something's being done right. Okay, so how something's already fair, something's just. So whatever's going on right now, it looks like it could just have been maybe like an aftermath of like healing, but something's already been corrected, like something is currently right. So it's like the playing field is already right. Now it's just about like action, but or healing in action. But for the most part, it doesn't really look like a long period of healing. It just looks like there could have been a temporary period of like, this situation. But then I feel like you kind of get this understanding of like what the right decision for you is. I feel like that's what this is about. It's like you not having clarity on something, then maybe getting clarity on something and then sort of making the right decision for you. Ultimately, yes. And then you making this right decision for you, it kind of helps all of these desires that you have align for you also. And those desires could be a mixture of things that you want to go after, ideas, things like that. But there's something that you may feel like if you were to go after it, there's something in particular that I feel like isn't necessarily. Okay, no, there's something in particular outside of like those other desires that you may be aware of that if you were to go after it, it would only take you back into the past. Does that make sense? It would take you back into the past as opposed to something new in the future. So there's something about making the right decision based upon not going back to something that you were already clear on from the past, or some sort of lesson or some sort of boundary. It's almost like you'd have to see something fresh, whether that's like a fresh start or whether yeah, if there's something that you've just decided to close out, or it could just be as simple as not going back on a boundary that you've set in stone. And it could be saying that you've already made the right decision with a certain boundary, and yeah, maybe not going back on that, something that you've set in place or something that you've made clear. Okay, because then you could just be revisiting something that you've already decided to leave in the past. Okay, it could be a circumstance, it could be a thing. Yeah, and for some of you guys, if it's something to do with like a person and you would maybe want to like reconcile, if there was some sort of understanding, then there's something about honoring that boundary and kind of like only making a decision about it if you see something fresh or some sort of new understanding where, you know, it's like whatever you've chose to leave behind has been understood and has been left behind, something along those lines. But for the most part, I just see that there's a decision about you being clear on something and not going back on that. Also, you might have a choice between like a few different people as well from your past, and there might be like, you know, something about being clear on something there. There might also be one particular person of interest from your past that might reach out. There might be some sort of good energy, good feeling, response, reciprocation, or just like an understanding, a mutual understanding there. And I feel like that might be something that might just happen naturally. You might just be clear on that, and that can bring a sense of peace with something. But I feel like there's something here about, you know, something being corrected, some sort of understanding. So it might even be someone from the past that has some sort of feeling or something they want to extend toward you, someone that's realized something, or vice versa. And maybe whether you say anything or not, there could just be some sort of an understanding and like a new sort of future and agreement, and like moving forward, whether or not you reconcile. It's just like a, you know, because it could be people that you've made peace with but you've kind of detached from, but there's just like a mutual peace and understanding, and it's just like there's just two different futures. And for others of you guys, there could be someone that you talk to that you want to reconcile with, and it's like you have a good encounter, and you know, you kind of go after that. So it's going to be different for each of you guys, and there could be a various different people that you might make different decisions with different people depending on, you know, your desires and whatnot, and the mutual interests here. But ultimately, I just see that there's something that's already correct, Okay, so I'm not picking up on much confusion. There could have just been a feeling of like, oh, you know, but that's going to ease because you're going to get some sort of understanding that something has now been cleared, something's also been initiated, and things are moving. Okay, so maybe there was a decision that you had to make that you felt like it was a hard choice, you know, but the right choice. There's something like that. But it's like the minute you made the choice, everything started moving. The universe started moving. Like the manifestation is in process. So it's almost like you may have felt like you had to get on a train and leave something and behind, which was a hard choice. But the minute you got on the train, it was like it's already moving. You're already going where you're going, you know, to the future. So it's kind of like that grief healing period. But then it's like, you know, internally that you are going to a better place, a more fulfilling place. So it's like an initial bittersweetness, but then it's only going to get sweeter. Okay, so just know that. It could have even been something that you felt like you had to make a decision on something before you were able to completely heal from something. And it's almost like maybe you felt like you just had to go with your head on something and make a choice. And yeah, I just feel like there's something here that you're gonna see that's gonna give you further clarity. Okay, you're gonna get further clarity, but ultimately it just looks like if there was anything from the past that you felt like you needed to heal from, that situation is basically changing the outlook of your future, like completely. um And I feel like you're going to start to feel more optimism and a renewed sense of optimism. You're going to see things that inspire you. You're going to see things that you want to go after. You're going the vision's going to get clearer. Now, I am picking up on something to do with like a love interest or a person of interest or a partner or someone you're dating, or if you're looking for a potential partner, there's just something about an, uh, an energy like that. And some sort of communication, understanding. There's a lot of fast-paced energy, but then also something gets kind of slowed down for understanding. There could even be like a mutual agreement, but there's something about the completion of a healing process or having to make a decision before that was completed, and then the last bit of the healing after you've already made the right decision. So it's like once you've completed that healing, you will see that, oh, you did make the right decision, and it's like everything that you visually see will reflect that you had already made the decision. But if you didn't immediately see that, it's because you had to make the decision before the healing was completed. So it was like as you made the decision, then you're completing the healing process. It's like whatever seemed dark, it just gets lighter and lighter and lighter. And then you see like, oh, this picture actually looks like my vision, you know, but it's because the decision that you made, things had started moving into place the minute you made that choice. The manifestation was already moving into place. It was just about what you could see at the time, based upon the completion of the healing. And I feel like whatever it was, I feel like it's very understandable. I think it's going to be different for each of you guys, but it looks like something that you would have had to like grieve through or get through or understand or find some sort of deeper understanding. Like there's something that required solitude, and it's a part of your spiritual process. It's a part of your spiritual evolution. So it was not just like, you know, some unnecessary part of your journey. There's like a powerful lesson here that I feel like has been gained, which is literally what's the word? It's like bringing in all these new things. It's almost like fresh stuff. And if you're looking for like new people, whether it be like new people, new friends, new business colleagues, new associates, new partners, new adventures, new places, like just new stuff. There's something about learning from the past. If there was stuff that you went after in the past and once I exchanged with that, that wasn't really what I wanted, then it's like when this new stuff comes to you, discern based upon what's coming towards you and then kind of choose to exchange after based upon whether that context is kind of, what's the word, feels right based upon the new clarity and the lessons that you've got from the past. Because what may have felt right to you in the past was based upon the lesson that you didn't have yet, but you've got that lesson now. So what's going to feel right to you now is going to be based upon the wisdom that you've also gained. So it's kind of like use that in your discernment process. It's going to help you connect with those that you're truly going to have a good connection with, versus those that you may feel like could just be in and out or just like, you know, there isn't really like a mutual fulfillment. So yeah, but you're gonna get clear on all these new things here. So it's kind of saying stay optimistic. The optimism is only gonna peak even more here. Find peace in the fact that you've already made the right choice in something. And I do see that there could be something in particular here as well. I don't know if there's like a prison situation. It doesn't have to be, not necessarily. This could be with somebody else. Or if it's not a prison situation, there could be someone else that's kind of dealing with, if not a court case, a legal situation, a contract, a job agreement, or some sort of, if not legal situation, then it could even be like a right from wrong, or even like a karma situation. But it looks like in your future, whether you're doing this in your present or not, I'm not too sure. It's going to be different for each of you guys. But for some reason, it looks like in the future, your back is going to be to this. Okay. There might be some sort of agreement that you, like some sort of choice that you make that puts you on a good side of things. But it looks like there could be, I don't know, a circumstance for someone else. But I feel like someone else, it's like some sort of spiritual, specific lesson for them. Okay, this person could have been feeling grief about you connecting with somebody else. Or if it wasn't that, maybe they felt grief about something between you and them. There's something, or something between them and like some others. There's just something going on here, and I feel like you're aware of this, or there was, maybe you feel like you were in the middle of something, or maybe you just didn't know how something was going to go. But however, like whatever the verdict or whatever the choice is, something has already been, like the justice has already been righted. So it's almost like you can go after your desires from here. It's like things have been cleared. It's like you can just go after your desires whenever you feel ready, whenever you feel healed and ready, like you can just go. Oh wow, this is so interestingly delightful, guys. I just feel like the reason why I'm saying whenever you're ready is because there's a genuine I don't want to downplay the value of self recovery, even if that's just from like doing a lot of things, being very active, being very busy. Some of you guys, if you're like athletic or athlete, or doing something where your body's very active, or some of you guys, if it's not your body very active, your mind could be very active. There's something about you need time to rest your body. Some of you guys, if it's your mind, you need time to have mental rest. Okay, so even if you're laying down but your mind's still active, okay, you need to find time to do things where your mind's at peace. But there's value in that process. So it's not just like, okay, let me just get on the horse now if you don't feel like your body's ready yet. Because then, do you know what I mean? You could just burn out, right? But there's something about when you're ready, like a peaceful process, a peaceful timing. It's almost like a bird with the window open, just standing on the ledge, and it's like whenever you're ready to fly out, but there's no urgency. It's just based on the desire. Okay, I'm gonna pull some of the cards for you guys. See what else we get. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Okay. Also, some of you guys, if there is someone that you're interested in, or you're talking to, or you're connected with, okay, someone might want to pick you up here. Not like literally physically, like, I mean, or you might, like, I see some sort of transport and communication and like going somewhere. Or this could be an idea that you have. But okay. Cleansing body and spirit and make a move. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've just been talking about, guys. Cleansing body and spirit. This is you taking the time that you need first to pour into you before getting immediately on the horse. Okay, so just time for self-soothing, self-therapy. Okay, maybe having a bath time would be really good. Or if not that, maybe just like some quiet time meditation, or just some good rest time. We've also got make a move. This is in the reverse and it's behind this card because it's saying they want you to do this first before you make a move. Exactly what I was saying. Thank you, spirit guides. This was just like a perfect confirmation. Okay. So let's get some advice for you guys. Meditate, connect spiritually. So meditation would be good for mental peace, or to have a mental, where I was saying if you are doing things where your mind's busy a lot, taking time to meditate would be very good for you. If you're doing something where your body is very active, then having like time to soak in a bath would be very good for you, or things where you can relax your muscles, or even like, or if you're doing something where your body's like stiff for a while, then doing things where you can kind of stretch your body out. But different things here. Oh, 10 of Cups, yes. And we got the Ace of Swords twice. So it's a very powerful energy coming through for you guys. And I do feel like it's saying there's going to be more clarity to come. But also there's an idea that you've had for some sort of fulfillment and end goal or something like that that is already manifesting. There's something about if people that you've set boundaries to, could have been a whole group of people here. But it's like the more you honored this boundary to kind of protect your peace, the more that your 10 of Cups is flourishing, the more that this goal and this vision that you have is just growing, because it's protected. Now, the next thing is you may start to get some communication and messages from like a lot of people. You might start to get noticed for something, maybe an idea. There could be something to do with like happy home, bliss, family love, unions. Awareness. You might become aware of certain things to do with either groups, family, communities. I feel like you're going to become very aware of certain things. Also, if you had a vision for how you wanted some sort of community situation or family situation or love situation or union situation to be some sort of end goal, I feel like this is going to be that goal. I feel like you'll be able to see that to completion here, where there'll be some sort of community and a lot of love, a lot of things growing, a lot of security, stability, but there's going to be some sort of stability within a home or within a community or within a union. Or if you had a vision for something, or a vision for a family, or a vision for a home, or a vision for a community, a vision for a union between you and somebody, I feel like, you know, you may have protected this vision, you may have felt spiritually guided. But yeah, or maybe if some of you guys, if you feel like you don't have this yet, okay, it could be something where you're clear on what you want and your intuition's going to be like giving you insights, what to go after, places to go, things to do, where it's like you're going to kind of encounter certain people, talk to certain people, meet certain people, or have certain ideas that will bring you closer to certain results. So just saying, the more you meditate and keep a clear mind, you're going to allow your intuition to kind of give you those insights in regards to where to go, what to do, which is only going to lead you closer to the vision that you've got and the goal that you have. So that is beautiful. Lovely. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful. If it was, don't forget to give this reading a like, guys. It's been much appreciated. Sending you all my love. Take care and stay spiritually charged. Bye bye.